Hey, good afternoon. Well, it's not afternoon, it's actually evening. Hey, everybody, welcome to Kiki Loves Nigeria. And on this episode of Kiki Keeps It Real, we're going to continue our series on KWESI Boyd's repat community. We're going to continue to research to see if they are indeed bullies with bad attitudes. Okay. Tonight, we are going to talk about the third member of the community, which is Phoenix Rain. Okay. So I want to take this time to introduce myself for those of you who do not know me. Again, my name is Kiki Loves Nigeria. I am the host of this channel. And what I do research. I do qualitative research on various issues that affect the African American community. That's what I do in real life. Okay. And on Kiki Loves Nigeria, what I do, I talk about issues that affect the African American community. I also talk about my travels to Africa, most recently to the Gambia and also to Nigeria. And I also make videos about immigration, filling out, completing your immigration paperwork. Okay. So, this topic, why am I talking about this topic? Why is this topic even being brought up? Well, I feel like this topic is important that I research this topic because a lot of us, including myself, we want to go back to Africa. We all want to dream of living in Africa one day, if not part time. We dream of living there full time. So we need to know what it's really like, what's really going on in Africa. We need to know what, people are saying about us, what people think about us, and the people who are already there, we need to hold these people accountable on how they represent us because ultimately they are representing us. So that's why I care about this issue. Now, where did I get my information? Let me take a drink, you guys. This is a lot of talk. So, where did I get my information? Again, I get my information from primary sources, which are YouTube videos, the comments in the comment section of YouTube videos. And for this particular video, I got Facebook posts. Okay. And again, how did I conduct my research? This was a qualitative analysis, which means I looked at how people felt, what people were feeling, what people were thinking, what people were saying. I didn't look at things I could count with numbers. Okay. I looked at things I had to group in categories, and I looked at things that I had to group by theme. So when you hear qualitative research, that's what that means. Okay. It was a case study analysis. When I say case study analysis, that means I took this one person, which was Phoenix Rain, and I looked up videos. I looked at everything about this one person. I focused all my research on this one person. So that's what I mean when I say it is a qualitative analysis. Okay. So after you have the information, you gather it together, you analyze it, and then you synthesize it. So when you hear people say synthesize the information, that simply means they put it together and wrote something about it. They presented it or they wrote a paper about it. Okay. So what did I find? So I found what we all expected I would. Well, I don't know what you guys expected I would find. Um, I didn't know I was going to find this, but it was really interesting. I found that Phoenix Rain is a liar. She's believed to be a liar. She is believed that from the data that it revealed that she planned the corporate coup at Invest Relocate Africa. Yes, that's where I was shocked, you guys, that this was all planned. This was all somebody in her ear, getting her geeked up, as we would say, and she did it. She did it. She went there knowing she was going to do this. She was going to bomb Kwesi's business. Okay. She conspired with people from the UK in the Gambia to stage this coup, y'all. I wish I was lying. I wish I was lying. Kwesi said this though. Kwesi said all of this in the beginning, but we didn't believe him. I know I didn't. I believed her. I believed her and Dusty. I believed exactly what they were saying. And come to find out, it was all a stage. a staged corporate coup so she could get views on her YouTube channel, so she could make money, so she could live in the Gambia, because she had no intentions on working for KWESI. She had no intentions of helping him build this Invest Relocate Africa. She had no intentions of doing that. None from the beginning. She needed to get over there. He paid for her to get over there. Her and Aunt Kathy, they looked at that as an investment. They paid for her to get over there, believing she was going to work this money off, because that's what you do. When it's an expense, you pay that back with work. Okay, thinking she's going to work this money off. And no, they got none of that. They got a corporate coup. That's what they got. So the first thing we're going to do, so does anybody have any questions about that before we start looking at the data? No, we're not going to look at the data first. I want to tell you some stuff about Phoenix. So does anybody have any questions about what I just said? If not, I'm going to go on. Okay. So who is Phoenix Rain? Some of us we don't even know who this person is. Well, Phoenix, I'm not sure where she's from originally, but it seems like she's lived in lots of places. She says she's lived in Washington, D.C. She's lived in Los Angeles. She lives in Atlanta. She says she's a seamstress, and she's a chef. She makes nutritional foods, and she's also a content creator on YouTube. Phoenix arrived in the Gambia October the 1st, 2020. That was her first video in the Gambia was on that day. Was actually on October 3rd, okay? But she arrived, according to other videos, on October 1st. And why that's important is because this establishes her pattern of lying. Because in her Facebook post, she posted on November 3rd that the plane was crowded. There was no room. We're going to read it in a minute. The plane was crowded and there was no room on the plane. Okay. Well, she got on the plane, but the plane was crowded. Then she posted on that same day, November 30th, that she was hey, everybody, I'm in the Gambia. Well, to somebody who doesn't know, they would believe that. But anybody who's been to the Gambia, you can't get to the Gambia in the same day. You can't do that. That's not even possible. You have to fly to Belgium, and you have to stay in Belgium for a certain amount of time, and then you fly to the Gambia. You get to the Gambia the next day. Okay. So what made me think of, something was wrong with that post, that post was a lie, is because she never showed any proof that she was in the Gambia. She never showed pictures. She never showed anything. So I thought, oh, that's strange. You're in the Gambia, but you won't show anything about it. But the next day, she did a video about the storms, the rainy season in the Gambia. So again, that was proof she was in the Gambia on the 1st and established her pattern of lying. Again, we're going to read these. So she started off lying, which let us know this person is a liar and you can't trust anything coming out of her mouth. Because from doing just research about different people historically, when people lie about little things, you guys, they lie about everything. Everything. Okay? So let's keep going. What was her purpose for arriving in the Gambia? That was my question I kept asking while I was looking through the research. What was her purpose? What did she come there for? Okay. She let everyone believe that she came there to build, Invest, Relocate Africa. But through the research, we're going to see that was not her real purpose for coming there. Her real purpose for coming there, again, was to take over this man's company, to stage this coup, to get his customers to come to her so she can start her own Invest Relocate Africa company from his customers and run her business and live off of that. But once she staged the coup, she saw she couldn't handle that responsibility. That was too much. That's why it never went anywhere. It never went anywhere. She staged the coup, it never went anywhere because she didn't have the intellectual capacity to run an international company like KWESI and our Kathy. She could not do that. She thought she could, and you'll see through the data that she thought she was smarter than both of them. She thought she was smarter than both of them. She thought she was the savior. She thought she was coming there to get this company, take it over, run it. All of us were going to be coming to her, paying her, buying land from her, doing whatever with her instead of KWESI and our Kathy. That was her purpose from the research. But from what she says, well, it depends on what you look, because what she says on YouTube, she's coming there for Invest Relocate Africa. But if you look at her Facebook page, it says something completely different. Again, a pattern of a liar, because on YouTube, she presents one way, but when you go to Facebook, she presents a completely different story. Okay. So that's the first, that's the second sign this woman is really a big liar. Okay. So by the first week in the Gambia, she's in the Gambia now. Okay. That's her, that's what she says her purpose is to run Invest Relocate Africa. Okay. But by the first week in the Gambia, this is another way we're going to know. She starts to imitate our Kathy. And what I mean by that, this is why this video is called The Indentured Servant Who Wanted to Be Queen. Because she was really that, for people who don't know what an indentured servant is, an indentured servant is someone who basically sells themselves into slavery. Okay? They basically say, I'll work for, if you paid my ticket to come to Africa, I'll work for your company. I'll be your secretary and I'll work for your company to pay this money back. And once I've paid my expenses down, then I can get paid. Okay. So this is what she's doing. So she's coming there owing these people money. So she's an indentured servant because she had no money to get there. But in her mind, she's going to come over there and she's going to be the queen, because to her, Art Kathy is the queen of the Gambia, because she's running this Invest Relocate Africa. This is all Art Kathy stuff. These businesses, Gambian thieves, if you're on here, these are her businesses. These people work for her. She has multiple franchises going on at this time. Okay. She's doing a lot of different things. And KWESI is like the person who runs these things for her. Okay. So KWESI needs help running these things, and that's how he brings her in. So she studies our Kathy. You can tell she studies her, because when I was watching her video when she went to bag, this is when I knew for sure KWESI was right, that she really did come there to do this, to this corporate coup. She really did this, and she was really working with other people in the UK, from the UK, in the Gambia, to get this done. Okay. So on this video, she starts talking about how we're all broken, how we all need healing, how we all are wounded. Now, anybody who listens to our Kathy or heard anything from her, any Black woman who has listened to this, to our Kathy, you know this is our Kathy. You know this is her. This is her. This is her womb school. This is her whole thing, that we act like this because we're broken. Phoenix is a broken person. That's why she goes over there and acts the way she acts. Okay. Everybody knows this is our Kathy. Okay. So I'm watching her. Our Kathy's very dynamic. She moves her arms a lot when she talks. You know, she's very expressive. Phoenix, you can tell she's no our Kathy. She's not our Kathy. But in this video, you guys have to watch it. She's really performing. And I'm like, wow. She knows Bag has a lot of viewers. So she's doing this grand performance to let people know I'm here and I'm taking over. Because she kept mentioning Invest Relocate Africa in this video over and over and over again, like it was her company. I thought that was kind of rude because it was Bag's video. And I thought that was rude to continually plug your company. But then I thought, this isn't her company. This is Art Kathy and KWESI's company. She's just the secretary. She hasn't even really started yet. She's still just getting there. Well, that's when it clicked in my head. Oh, she's setting the stage. She's letting everybody know. I'm the healer. I've come here to heal all these broken people, and I'm taking over. And that's when I knew for sure this woman is really trying to imitate our Kathy and try to take over. So that's why it's entitled The Indentured Servant Who wanted to be queen. Okay. So again, on Facebook, she's promoting one view. YouTube, she's promoting another view. She's promoting this Art Kathy, this fake Art Kathy, who wants to rule the Gambia, who wants all of us repats, all of us African Americans to come to her, to trust her, to invest with her. This is her stage, she's saying. Again, to get this information, I use various primary sources from YouTube and Facebook. So let's see what the data began. Oh, reveal. First, I got to tell y'all this part. This was a lot of data. So I had to break it down. Once I broke it down, yeah, I had to go through and break it down again. Okay? So first, I broke it down into 3 categories. Those 3 categories broke down into 11 groups. These 11 groups are, well, we're going to go over the 11 groups later after I do the key terms. See, I wrote this down because somebody told me to stay on track. And I'm staying on track. I can't remember your name, but I'm getting to it and I'm staying on track. So the first thing I want to do, because we're going to talk about some complex things tonight, okay? Because Phoenix got involved in some complex things that she knew nothing about. And I could tell she knew nothing about these things because somebody who dibbles and dabbles in these things would know about these things. She didn't know about these things, okay? She knew nothing about any of this stuff, okay? So, first thing she did was we want to define what defamation is, okay? Defamation is when you put something as a fact when it's really just your opinion, okay? So, your opinion, like this is just my opinion. This is opinion. This is my opinion based on facts that I found, okay? But it's still my opinion because somebody else who researches can come up with a different opinion. That's why it's interesting to do research to see who finds out. You'll find and see the same data. That's why you trace the methodology, okay? So that's the first thing, you guys, I want you to understand what defamation is, because a lot of these YouTube content curators say if you use my name and tell what people are saying about me, this is what they were telling me, I'm going to say you defamed my kid. Well, no, that's not what it means. Okay. I'm using facts to support my opinion. Okay. So let's continue. So a word you're going to hear me use tonight is called frontier economy, frontier market. The Gambia is what we have in the Gambia is called a frontier market. A frontier market is in Africa. And these markets, you can make a lot of money by investing in these markets, okay? You can invest a little money and you can get a big, big return by investing in these markets, okay? But the thing about these markets, also, you can invest a little, you can get a lot on your return. But what else? These markets are very volatile. They're very volatile. And what I mean by that is that these markets are marked by political and economic instability. Okay. That's why you don't see Fortune 500 companies investing into West Africa like that or into African countries like that, other than South Africa, because these, well, not even South, well, some of the countries in Africa are, let me correct myself. Most of the countries in West Africa are frontier markets. Okay, so we're going to stick with West Africa because, again, that's my specialty. That's what I know about. These frontier markets, okay? So when you invest in these markets, you are investing in a highly volatile market, okay? This is called aggressive investing. So when you're aggressive investing, you need to be aware that the chances that you're going to lose are great. But the chances that you're going to win, if you win, you're going to win a lot. So that's why people like these frontier economies. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. That's what the Gambia is. So when she says that you stole these people money, you took advantage of these people, no, it doesn't work like that. He can't sue him in court for that. You took a gamble. You gamble. It's like gambling. It's like playing dice, throwing dice. You took a gamble on this frontier market. You invested. You took a gamble on a market that you knew was volatile. So you can't come back and say, "Oh, I lost my money. It was fraud." You can't come back and say all of that. I want my money back. You can come back and say that, but I don't know how you're going to win in court with that. I don't know who's going to give you, because in the United States, and remember, we're talking about U.S. citizens here. None of these people are Gambians. None of these people are Gambians involved in this. Are Kathy's U.S. citizen, KWESI U.S. citizen, Phoenix U.S. citizen, TH, the Happy Companion, THC, Happy, whatever, him, U.S. citizen. Dusty, Travel with Tay Tay, U.S. citizen. All of these are U.S. citizens. Although, let me say, THC had nothing to do with this part. The Happy Companion, he don't have anything to do with this part. I was done with him last week. He has nothing to do with this corporate coup. This is Phoenix and Dusty's doing. Okay, so let's finish. So I'm really interested in seeing these people recoup their money, because according to the United States, we have rules on how you can say it's fraudulent and how you can recoup your money. And that's not one of them, okay? So again, the advantages for investing in these markets are that you can make a lot of money, and you can make a lot of money fast. You can make a lot of money, you can make a lot of money fast, but you can lose a lot of money, and you can lose a lot of money fast. Because again, this is called an aggressive market. Okay, you guys, I'm not going to take the comments until after we get through the terms, okay? So I see you, but I'm coming, okay? I'm coming in a minute. But again, like I said, the advantages is when you win big, okay? So let's see, we got this. And let's define corporate coup, okay? Okay, I love you. Have a good night. Okay, so a corporate coup. The boardroom coup is a sudden and often unexpected takeover or transfer of power, the transfer of power of an organization or a company. Okay, this coup is usually performed by an individual or a small group, and that's exactly what we had here. This is exactly what we had here. And after she took over, she defamed his character. She messed up this man's money. She destroyed his money. I don't even know if he's making money now. I don't know how he could be after what she did to him. So that's corporate coup defined. Now let's see. She says she's going to get these people this money back, right? This is what she said. So let's see how you get your money back in the United States when you invest. Just so everyone understands, you cannot get compensation if there is a fall in the value of an investment you made on your own or without financial advice. Okay, so if you made this investment on your own, if you made it without financial advice, you can't get your money back. You can't get compensation. However, you can get compensation if you were missold an investment by your bank or another financial institution. From my understanding, these people were investing this money with KWESI. That's what Phoenix said. The money was going to him. It didn't say that these were banks that were advising people to invest Relocate Africa. So I'm not really sure how she explained to these people they were going to recoup their money, because no bank, think about it. What bank in the United States, what financial institution in the United States is going to say, yeah, investing in the Gambia, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. You think a bank is going to do that? No. That's why Art Kathy and KWESI took this on. This is exactly why they took it on. Okay? Because they knew they weren't going to give us a chance to invest in Africa. So they said, okay, if we do it, We can get our people to invest in Africa. We can build Africa ourselves. We can bypass the bank, and we can do this as group economics. Okay. That was the plan, but it didn't go like that because, again, it was a corporate coup. So I don't know how they're going to get that money back. So how do you report internet fraud? She said KWESI stole these people money. She told these people to report him. She said he stole her money. But then again, someplace else, she said she didn't even invest any money. But on Facebook, she said she asked KWESI for her money back, and this is what she got. This was her response. But I'm wondering, how did she get money back when she didn't invest any money? That's what I mean. People who lie about little things, they lie about everything. So my question again is, if you were defrauded out of all of this money, and when I sent you a message on Messenger about did you want the FBI involved, you didn't respond. Okay. So if you are truly frauded by somebody, what's going on here, you guys, what she claims was going on, this is called internet fraud. Okay, this is called internet fraud and lottery sweepstakes fraud by the internet. And who do you contact? Internet Crime Complaint Center. The FBI, Internet Crime Complaint Center. It's online. You can do it all online. You can file online. You can do everything online. Why weren't they ever contacted, you all? Why? If this man truly stole all this money, if this man truly did all these terrible things, why were they never contacted? Those are the key terms you got to remember for tonight. Okay, let's see. Here's some more. We talked about reporting the crime. This was another way we knew somebody was involved with telling Phoenix, with helping Phoenix undermine KWESI. Because to know about land ownership in a country, in Gambia, that's not common knowledge. That's something you have to research. That's something that you have to know about. Okay. Now, she obviously found this out when she got there about the land ownership policy in the Gambia, because that's when she brought it up. But the Gambia's constitution is kind of, you can't just go and sit down and read it like that. You got to break it down, break it down, break it down. So I'm thinking, I know this woman did not have time to break this constitution down in 7 days and do all the other stuff she said she was doing. So, excuse me, everybody. But so how in the world did she know about this? I didn't even know about this. Because, see, it changes from country to country. I knew about it in Nigeria. I didn't know about their policy in Gambia until I looked it up. And then I'm like, oh, somebody had to tell her this because this is complicated. So let me tell you. So she says what she was talking about, land ownership. So this is what we need to remember. The GIEPA Act. Okay? If you want to own land in the Gambia, you need to be very familiar with this GIEPA Act. And it says foreign investors can purchase or lease private property or state-owned land. Okay? Then it says undeveloped, non-residential lands cannot be leased or assigned to foreigners. And in case of violation, the lease can be terminated without compensation. And that was the policy in 2015, and it hasn't been revised since then. Okay? So it continues. Foreign investors can, we read that part, okay? So here in 1991, it says State Lands Act. Now listen to this. However, there are some restrictions. The State Lands Act stipulates that foreigners can only have access. This is very important. Foreigners can only have access to residential land for a period not exceeding 21 years and in an area which is outside 1.5 kilometers of the watermark as designed by the Minister of Lands and Regional Development. and the property cannot exceed 2,500 square meters. And listen, undeveloped non-residential lands cannot be leased or assigned to foreigners. And in case of violation, the lease can be terminated without compensation. That sounds like to me, but I got to go back through this because I didn't have time to go through it today. But it just sounds like to me like foreigners can't really own land in the Gambia. But I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure because that was just really complicated. And if you can't own land, it's only a certain type of land that you can't own. Okay? How does Phoenix know that? And I've read that 3 or 4 times today, and I couldn't even understand it because it was so complicated that I got to go back and I got to do a whole video alone about this policy because it's so political. It's policies. That's how policies are. Policies are like that. So I'm wondering, how does she know? How did it get broken down to her like that? We're going to read it for how she broke it down. Okay, so let me go and see if you guys got any questions. Let's see. Oh God, looks like it's a lot. So Gambian Thief says, oh, a frontier market is like head I went to. Exactly. Thank you. It really is. Heads I win, tails I lose. It's just the way it is. How you gonna recoup on that? How you say that's a fraud? That's not a fraud. It's a gamble. You took a chance. More like the Wild West in the old days. Yeah, it's just like that. It's just like the Wild West in the olden days. That's exactly how it is. That's why they called it the Western frontier, because that's that economy. She's absolutely right. Yep, bust. You can go boom or bust. Yep. But if you boom, look, you're going to boom big. You're going to boom big. But if you bust, you're going to bust big. KWESI Boyd had in their contracts, they could get their money back, which tells me he didn't know what the hell he was doing either. No, he probably didn't. He probably didn't. And that's why, let me tell you something about KWESI. KWESI knows he doesn't know what he's doing. He knows he doesn't know everything. That's why he goes out and gets help. Okay. He's the type of manager, he says, I don't know everything, y'all. Come help me. I need good people to help me. And see, a lot of people will take managers like that for weeks. Okay. No, he didn't really know. And he did need help. That's why these people, he thought Phoenix and Dusty Travel with Tay was going to help him, but they didn't. They were helping themselves. Okay. So money was transferred to Art Kathy's account. KWESI was just the middleman for Art. Okay. KWESI was the middleman for Art. Yes, that's what I said. Did I talk about the corporate structure? The corporate structure. Let's talk about the corporate structure, because I don't know how people are saying transferring money to the CEO of a company. I don't know how that's fraud. How is that theft? It's my company. It's my investment company. You're transferring me money. I don't get that. So, again, let's talk about the corporate structure of Invest Relocate Africa. There was Art Kathy. There was KWESI Boyd, and there was KWESI's managers, which was Phoenix Rain and Dusty Travel with Tay. Okay, those two. And really, Travel with Tay was a victim in this because she was trying to be ride or die. She really was, y'all. She was really trying to stick up for Phoenix. She was really trying to ride for Phoenix, and Phoenix was just using her and taking her along because she knew Tay had the money and Phoenix was brokered in a joke, brokered in a rock. She was living off of KWESI, living in KWESI's house, eating KWESI's food, spending KWESI's money, which was Art Kathy's money. So you say Art Kathy, the money was transferred to Art Kathy. Art Kathy is the CEO of the company. It is her company. It is her company. Who else should he transfer the money to? Phoenix, the secretary, who just got there? I'll wait for your answer. So see, that was her evidence of fraud. Remember, you guys, she said he transferred it to his partner in crime. His partner in crime was the CEO of the company. Do you get that? She owned the company. So how is that fraud? How is that theft? Make that make sense to me. How can you tell Art Kathy wasn't part of the scheme? I'm guessing I'm scared of Art Kathy. No, I'm not scared of Art Kathy. What is Art Kathy? Art Kathy's not going to come to my house. She's not going to threaten to come to my house, but Dusty Travel with Tay Tay did. She's not going to sit up and sneak diss about me, but Dusty Travel with Tay Tay did. She's not going to threaten to harm me, to do physical violence to me, but Dusty Travel with Tay Tay did. So if I'm not scared of a gutter rat, why would I be scared of the Queen of the Gambia? Why would I be scared of her? Just because I don't agree with some of the things she said. I don't agree with some of the things she did. I don't agree with some of the things she said, namely what she said about the Gambians. You don't go to somebody's house and disrespect their house. All due respect to Art Kathy, you don't go to anybody's house and disrespect their house. You don't do that. You don't. If you don't like the way their house look, you don't like what they serving in their house. My grandma said, you leave their house. You leave their house. You don't talk about their house. Okay. So that's where I disagree with her. Is where she talked about the Gambian, was totally disrespectful to the Gambian culture, to the Gambian people. You just can't do that. You can't, because you don't like it, doesn't make it wrong or doesn't make it less than. It just makes it different than. And just because it's different doesn't make it bad. So, no, ma'am, I'm not scared of anyone. I have no reason to be scared of anyone. The fact is, these people worked for KWESI Boyd. They didn't work for Art Kathy. Art Kathy didn't even know they were coming. If you watch her videos, see, watch people's videos if you want to know what's going on. Please don't come to me with opinions that are based on nothing. Because if you watch her videos and she'll tell you clearly what's going on, she didn't even know these people. She didn't know these people were coming. This was all KWESI's doing. She knew Phoenix from, I think, some group on Facebook, and she knew then she didn't like this person. So when she found out this was going to be KWESI's secretary, she was really upset about that. So watch the videos, and that's when she really started going off. She really started going off, y'all, and that's because I don't know what she was. I don't know, but I know during that time, that's when she was finding out that Phoenix Rain was coming in. Somebody she knew was, in her opinion, and in my opinion, she didn't say it, but I said it. In my opinion, is a covert narcissist. She knew this person was coming in. And she knew this person was going to cause trouble, and she knew it was going to be a problem. Yeah, her and KWESI had problems behind that. So it's not that I'm scared of her. It's the fact that she had nothing to do with this. And if you look at the data, it will show you that. There's no conversations between them. There's no videos with them two together. What am I going to do? Make up stuff and put it together? I don't make up information, ma'am. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. That's a one of them stink bugs that got in here. But I don't make up information, ma'am. I don't do that. So I got to go with what it gives me. And what it gives me is that our Kathy had nothing to do with that part. Okay. This was all KWESI Boyd. Okay. So let's continue. She knew, she just didn't want to admit it. Okay. Well, ma'am, I don't have anything that says that. If I had a comment that says, you just said that comment, but you're not telling me how you know she knew. Are you her friend? Did somebody tell you that? But then I know your comment is biased because your other comments, okay? You're telling me you don't like this woman. You feel like this woman is violent. You feel like she's volatile. So your comments at this point are kind of biased. And, they're not going to be valid and credible because you already let us know you don't like this person. And before you even admitted you had a bias towards her, you tried to act like you didn't. So you're probably on her trolling, Jude. Okay. I hope you're not. So let's see. Okay, here comes another one. We're not going to keep doing this, y'all. We're going to answer the questions, then we're going to move on. Okay. This is not for the trolls. This is not for the Dusty Dozen. This is not for the Happy Companions missionaries. It's not for you guys. Okay. It's not. You need to go talk. You don't like what I said about the Happy Companion? You need to go talk to the Happy Companion, not me. Okay? Not me. So, monies were transferred to her personal account. It should have been a separate account in a business name. Let me stop right there and answer that. Ma'am, you're absolutely right. Technically, it should have been a business account. But having run lots of businesses, sometimes I don't have time, or I was negligent in starting that business account. So you know what? Sometimes I did put that money in my personal account. Yeah, I sure did. I sure did. But guess what? It was my company. It was my company. Okay. It was my company. So who am I frauding? Myself? So sometimes that happens. Sometimes you are negligent. You don't get that account set up. You get money in before you got that account set up. So you say, okay, I'm going to put this in my bank account. Then I'm going to move it to that account. I'm going to set this account up. It's just something that happens when you run multiple businesses. Some people haven't ran multiple businesses, so they don't know. They have no clue. They haven't even directed multiple programs, so they don't know how you have to multitask, think constantly. Okay, so Ms. Newman, I hope that answered your question. How can you say she was the CEO of a company and don't know who came in and out of her company? Because let me tell you, Jude, when you run a company or when you're the director, sometimes you don't know that stuff. You can't know the little everyday goings on. That's called micromanagement. You hire people that you trust to do the business that you hired them to do. And then after that, you meet with them. You meet with them. I like to meet with my people weekly. Some people meet every bi-weekly. Some people meet once a month. And that's when you say, okay, I'm going to hire some people to come in and work with me to help me build the organization. CEO, sure, that's fine. Okay. Let me know. Keep me updated. Okay, I'm going to keep you updated. When I'm going to update you again, when I hired those people, and I'm going to give you the names of those people. That's how it goes. CEOs, directors, they don't manage, some of them micromanage, but if ones that are highly effective, sir, they don't micromanage like that. That's impossible. Good managers, that's impossible to manage effectively like that. The which way you just described, there's no way you can be an effective leader of an organization or manage a company like that. Okay. I remember watching Aunt Kathy back then when she changed to negative, but I don't remember it being about Phoenix. No, because see, she didn't talk about them. They were irrelevant in her life. Why would the Queen talk about the servant? Think about it. I've been watching her because Gambian Thieves told me you got to do that if you want your research to be right. So I said, okay, let me go check it out. I've been watching her, okay? Miss Repat, I've been watching her. And I'm like, oh yeah, oh yeah. Then all of a sudden she just flipped. And I'm like, what the heck? What happened? And I'm like, okay, something happened. Something happened. But she didn't tell us what happened. Because how are you the queen and you running a company, you're not going to sit up and talk about the servant. She only talked about the servant when the servant went out and said her name. Okay. But when the servant was slinging the mud and spreading rumors, she didn't say nobody's name. She didn't say Phoenix's name. But if you look, keep looking through the videos, she is, I don't, you know what? I'm not going to say that. I don't think she did say her name. I think she said KWESI brought these people in. I don't think she ever said Phoenix's name. You are so right. I don't think she ever said her name. She said these people KWESI brought in. These broads, these chicks, these two. Yeah, you're right. She never did say their name. Because like I said, these are help. This is the hired help. I'm running this. I'm a Black woman in Africa running this investment community. All the Black people is onto it. You know, I'm the queen of the Gambia. What do I care about this servant, this peasant? I had to pay for this peasant to come here. And now this peasant is annoying me. And that's when it came out. And she didn't say it because, right, she's not going to talk about the peasant. She's not going to talk about the servant. And she didn't. But later on, she said yeah, she did, but she never said her name. But, okay, so you're right. That's when I started putting it together because I looked at time frames. That's what I had to do. Oh, my God, y'all, this was really time consuming. I had to look at time frames. I had to look at videos that were filmed on this day by KWESI when Art Kathy's videos, when she started just totally going off about the Gambia. I was like, no, something going on, something happening. So I started looking at the date, and it was around the second week in October. Around the second week, that's when everything started coming unhinged. That's when everybody started really talking. And that's when I started putting it together. Okay, Art is hearing about what's going on with Phoenix, that Phoenix is going around saying different things, that Phoenix is working with the UK people because she was. And she bragged about it. She's so silly, she bragged about it. So, in my opinion, KWESI really does have a defamation suit against her. Okay. So let's finish. Did I answer that question? Yeah, I agree with you. That's what happened, Miss Repat. That's what happened. These two women KWESI trusted. She told him she knew it was going to be trouble. He had already brought him in, and it was trouble. It was trouble. Thank you. But Miss Repat, if you hear me saying something that's a lie, or if you hear me saying something that's not true, please hold me to it. Hold me to it. Hold me to it. Because I'm not on here to contribute to the foolishness. There's enough foolishness going on. KWESI is not innocent. I didn't say KWESI was innocent now. But we're not talking about KWESI. Remember, we're saving KWESI for the end. And KWESI is innocent in this corporate coup, he is. KWESI is innocent in all of this, he is. Everything that happened there, he's innocent in all that. He didn't, the way he managed that investment group, now I can't talk about that, Mr. Gambian things, because I don't know about that. And remember, I told you I was in the group, but they changed the group because of Phoenix and Dusty. They locked people out. It became a private group. Now, if I could have stayed in the group, I could have told you a little bit more, but I don't know about the investment, how he did his business. I don't know how they conducted their business. But from what she's producing and what she's saying is fraud. That is not fraud. That is not fraud. That is not fraud. So I don't know what she's talking about. They had 5 properties, I believe he said, and I think he said 3 of them was ready to go. And Art Kathy was living in one of the properties, and I believe somebody, I can't remember exactly, but so the money was obviously being invested. So I don't understand where he was guilty of fraud. That's part of from what I've seen. But again, I haven't been done an internal investigation. I don't know. This is just my opinion. He subscribed to Art Kathy's behavior. He was all through Art Kathy's videos co-signing to what she was saying. Yeah, but I don't know. I can't comment on stuff I don't know about because I really didn't research Art Kathy's, behavior like that. It wasn't about her. Remember, it was about the repats who are in the Gambia. She's not even in the Gambia anymore. She's moved on. You know, she's not even doing this in the Gambia. She's not even talking about the Gambia. So, I mean, she's totally moved on from this. So to blame her from this, no, she don't have nothing to do with this. This is a whole year after the fact. She's not on YouTube telling y'all to send her some money. She's not on YouTube telling y'all this and telling y'all that. She's not doing that. This Phoenix Rain is telling you that. She's the one saying these people are fraudulent, but has no proof. She's fraudulent, but there's proof to that. So, okay. The IRS would have a real problem with your books if you were audited. Yeah, but you know what? I just told you I transferred the money. It doesn't happen all the time. It just happens sometime. And then you go in and you just do what you need to do. You do what you need to do. I have a master's in public administration. We take budgeting. We actually take budgeting on how to budget for government entities, nonprofits, everything. So the government, so I'm really used to the rules of the IRS and getting books, you know, in order with the IRS. I'm just telling you the realities of running a business. I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you and pretend like I'm perfect because I'm not. I'm not going to pretend like things don't happen when you're running a business and you're a busy person because they do. And if I did that, I'd be lying, and I'm not going to lie. But I've never been audited by the IRS. Never. I remember when she went negative. She had a video where she was crying out about being verbally attacked about an older woman and her husband who and looked up to her and admired. I think it was Blacksit. You know what? Blacksit had a lot to do with this. KWESI said they did, and I thought KWESI was just being a crybaby. But when Phoenix started bragging about her UK Unite, US and UK Unite, and that she got friends in places, and when she started learning about the land contracts, I'm like, how does this woman know all of this? And KWESI said she hooked up with Blacksit when she got there. She was going to Mo's too, remember? She was hanging out with all the UK people. They didn't want KWESI doing this business. Is your husband's sister? Okay, for that one, I'm gonna block you because this show has nothing to do with my husband and where he is. That's just a little bit too personal. So we gotta block you, dude. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My personal life. I know y'all all want to know about my husband. That's my personal life. I don't talk about my personal life. Go through my YouTube channel. You'll find out more. Look on YouTube. Okay, any more questions? I don't even know what he's talking about. That whole was your husband. What does that have to do with anything? Okay, anyway. So, any more questions about that? So, those are the key terms we're going to talk about tonight. So, let's go to our subgroups we want to talk about. Our first subgroup we want to talk about. Um, so, we'll talk about her. Now, let's go to this one. How she presents herself on YouTube. Let's do that one first. Okay. So, like I was saying, how she presents herself on YouTube. Okay. She presents herself. Oh, let me take that down. Okay. How she presents herself on YouTube. Okay. She presents herself in a totally different way on YouTube than she does on Facebook. Okay, on Facebook. Oh my God, this woman is horrible. Okay, so let's talk about her being a liar. Okay, that's what I wanted to go to. Her being a liar. That's the first category. She was a liar. All the data was showing, all the data was showing this woman was a straight up liar. Okay. So this first comment says KWESI is telling you what KWESI is telling, everything KWESI is telling you is true. I was the patron with our Kathy. Now everybody knows patron is where you go to the you see things that they don't put for everybody else. And the wound school, she and KWESI were fire in the Black repat community. Okay. So for those who don't understand, fire in the Black repat community mean everybody's following you. Okay. So Phoenix knew this. This is why I'm telling you, she went there with this plan. She wanted to be our captain. So they were fire in the community. Everybody who wanted to go back to Africa, anybody who was thinking about going to Africa was talking to Art and Kath and Art and Phoenix and KWESI. Okay? Their sales in real estate, repatriation, and entrepreneurship were great. Now, this is their sales. So people who were questioning their business, this is not Art, this is not KWESI. This is not even on their channel. This is somebody's channel who don't have anything to do with either one of them. Okay? Now let me finish. Until he trusted these other AAs and blasted. Didn't I tell you? That's what it was. He trusted Phoenix and Dusty, and he trusted Blackstick. Because a person, let me tell you, he's an inclusive leader. And people who know about inclusive leaders, okay, they look for other people to join in with them. They don't, this type of leader doesn't have to feel like the head. He's not authoritative. He doesn't have to tell you do this, no. I get my ideals from you bring to the, what you bring to the table, what you bring to the table, what you bring to the table, okay? He thought these people were bringing something to the table that was going to enrich that organization. That's what he truly thought. So this is where he went wrong, according to this person. He even bought plane tickets and money and housed those people. Okay, so he brought plane tickets. He flew you here. You lived with him for free, and he gave you money because you had to have some type of money. So where's the fraud? They are the fraud. They are the fraud. He needs to sue them. They owe him money. They owe him for the plane ticket. They did not fulfill their contract. They breached their indentured servitude contract. They owe him money. Okay, let me finish. And he is too kind. Our Kathy could smell trouble. She never indulged them. So everything that happens after all was jealousy, envy, and lies against KWESI and our Kathy. Okay. That was on somebody's channel that had nothing to do with either one of them. Neither one of them. But somebody was talking about them. And this person wanted to set the record straight. Because, see, there's people out there that do that. They know the truth and will go on and tell somebody that's not what happened. And that makes sense. Here's another one that's about, these are all about her lying, her character of lying, okay? This is on September 30th. Remember, it takes 24 hours, 27 hours to get to the Gambia. Well, almighty, it's not looking like this flight is going to be half capacity. There's a lot of people at this gate. I think the plane will be pretty full. So she got on the plane on the 30th, you guys. She got on the plane on the 30th, okay? So tell me, how can she post that she's in the Gambia? How can she post this? How can she post on September 30th? Hey, y'all, guess what? I'm in the Gambia. How was that? When you just left on the 30th, but there's no pictures. No pictures of the Gambia, nothing. Just this post. This is how you know she established her pattern of lying, okay? Because everybody knows that's totally impossible. This is when she really arrived. She has a video, and this coincides with what KWESI says, and it coincides with other people say. So it's the end of the rainy season. This post was on October 1st. So it's the end of the rainy season. Oh, but it's not quite over yet. LOL. Baby, when I tell you that I have never, ever, ever heard thunder like that before in my entire life. Then she posts the video of the rain. So this is how you know she truly arrives in the Gambia on the 1st, like everybody else. It took her 24 hours. But why lie? Why lie? Because you're a liar. Because you are a liar. She goes on to say, y'all, I promise you, I thought it was an apocalypse. More proof that she really was there. Because if you've been in a thunderstorm, a tropical rainstorm, it's like something you never experienced before in your life. Okay? So that's proof right there. She is a liar. She lies about, like I told you, she lies about little things. Anybody who lies about little things, small things, they're gonna lie about everything. Everything. That wasn't nothing even to lie about. You just want to hype people up. But I'm gonna tell you why the hype was all about. She used YouTube real bad. She used her YouTube people real bad. Okay, check out my room. This is on the 1st. Remember? Remember she said she stayed in a terrible place? On the 1st, she says, check out my room at Ghana Town. Most importantly, help me grow my channel by doing these three things: like, subscribe, and share. Because by now, somebody, remember, she knows she needs to get money. She needs to get money. So she needs to get money on YouTube. She thinks YouTube is going to be her saving grace. That's how she's going to make money. That's how she's going to live in the Gambia, because she knows she's staging this coup to break away from KWESI. She knows she ain't dependent on that income, because that ain't going to come, because she's staging her coup. So she knows she needs some money, and this is how she's going to get money. She's going to keep driving up her subscribers on YouTube. That's her plan. Okay? Okay, I'm going to go to the questions in a minute, y'all. So she's relaxing and enjoying herself. Now remember, on Facebook, she's saying something completely different. But on YouTube, no, I'm sorry, this is Facebook. Correction. This is still the enjoying ourselves time. Okay. This is on Facebook. Now she's saying that, KWESI had a really nice place. They were talking about the frogs and everything. So she's really enjoying herself, okay? She's really enjoying, it seems like she's really enjoying herself. Seems like KWESI has a really nice house. She actually did a video about KWESI's plantains, because KWESI has a plantain garden in his backyard. And she actually did a video called, "Oh my God, Becky, look at those plantains." So look, in this video, she says, "Oh, plantain, ooh, plantain. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share." So remember, she's on this mission to drive up this YouTube subscribers, because she needs to eat. This woman has no money. She's about to stage this coup. She can't count on living in KWESI's house no more. She can't count on eating KWESI's food anymore. She can't count on KWESI giving her money, chain, whatever. She can't count on him anymore, because she knows she's about to stage this coup. She knows this. That's why she's driving up YouTube. Okay. So she's still enjoying herself at KWESI's house. And then there comes a post where she talks about good people deserve good things. So I'm like, what? What is that supposed to mean? Okay. That didn't make sense to me. Good people deserve good things. So that's her way of throwing in that something's going on. But on YouTube, that's not what we're seeing. She's making videos with KWESI. She's talking about how lovely his house is. She's talking about how they should get chickens and they should get goats. They're talking about getting chickens and they're talking about getting goats. So this is proof that, let's see. This is when she goes on to say that this is her proof that KWESI, that she had. This was the lie. This was her proof, the major proof that he was stealing. She says that for proof of your actual account and not just some back-ended spreadsheet that he built and links to nothing. Go ahead, I'll wait. Oh, and since he want to suggest I took some money, the exact same amount is sitting in the account now as it was on the day I locked him out. Stop right there. You locked the secretary, locked out the vice president of the company with the money, locked him out of the money, locked him out of the company, locked him out. The secretary. Where does the secretary get that authority from? That's what I want to know. Where in the world does the secretary who just got there get that authority from? We're probably at day 7 now, day 8. So let's see. Oh, and okay, so we said that. She locked him out. She had no authority to do that, but she locked him out. But guess what? She never called the police. She never called the FBI. She never reported him to the Internet Crimes Unit. But you're locking him out. You're locking him out of his financial. He can't get access to his money. You're locking him out. But you haven't reported this crime to the Federal Bureau of Investigations, who investigate internet crime. She is the criminal. This is a crime that she's doing. This is a crime what she's doing. And what's so sad is we all believed it, including me. I fell for it and I believed it. And immediately, okay, look, this is her proof. This is her proof when she said, I locked him out when I saw him take the investor's money and immediately send it to his partner in crime. This is a whole lie, y'all. This is a whole lie. His partner in crime, R. Kathy, the CEO of the company, is that who you're talking about? Is that who you're talking about? He sent it to? Oh, he sent it to her? How is that fraud? I'm trying to see how. But this is where she built this whole coup was based on this lie. I saw him send money to Art Kathy. So now I'll get back to talking about his crimes. Oh, baby. What was his crime? Where's the fraud? Because she's a liar. She's a liar. But she's posting videos. She's enjoying the Gambia. This is just unbelievable. And what's even unbelievable is that we all fell for it because I did. Yep, I did. She talks about her solo ride on October 4th. And then we have, again, on October 13th, we noticed things start to change. That was when I noticed things really starting to change, okay? Let's, we went over the proof that he's stealing. So let me go and take, okay, the other proof that he was stealing. They booked a mother and her children into this stay and this rubble, telling them that it isn't that it's ready. It's not even habitable. And would you stay here? But I'm lying though. I'm jealous of what? I'm of running water and flushing toilets. See, what she doesn't understand is she doesn't understand real estate in Africa. See, they don't fix the property up until probably that week before you coming. That's when they'll move the money to that particular room where you're going to stay, that particular property where you're going to stay. And then they'll invest that money to fix that room up before you get there. Okay. And if it's not fixed up, they could easily send you someplace else. They could easily put you someplace else to live. They could easily do that. Okay. So that's what she does. That's how you know that was her other proof, because that hotel was not ready. Because remember, she was going through again. How did they get into the hotel, everybody? She kept the keys. The secretary kept the keys. She had worked for this company every bit of 7 days. She decided, because she saw the vice president send money to the CEO of the company, she felt like he was defrauding the investors. So she took the keys to all the property, I don't know, to all the property, to this particular property, and she locked him out the bank account. Did she call the Federal Bureau of Investigations? Did she report it on internet crimes? No, she didn't do any of that. But these people are, but KWESI and Art Kathy are the criminals. Art doesn't have anything to do with this. We're talking about Kathy. KWESI. So Miss Art Kathy is out of it now. So we're talking about KWESI Boyd, because I don't know enough to keep talking about her. But I know enough to talk about KWESI and all of this. So, so who's the criminal now, y'all? I can't believe I believed her. I can't believe I believed her so much. I was ready to do whatever I could to help her take this black man down. Take this man down. Black, purple, blue, or green. I don't even care what color he is. This innocent man down. Because this is what happens when the indentured servant wants to be queen. Because when you're good at what you do, you make it look easy. And everybody thinks, oh, that's easy, I can do that. Oh, that's easy, I can do that. All I got to do is study you, and then I can do it. Okay, well, let me see you do it. And we saw she couldn't do it. Her and Dusty couldn't do it. They're not even friends anymore. They don't even speak to each other anymore. So someone says, I told you the sisters Grimm are liars, showing an empty property awaiting renovation to slander KWESI. Yeah. Why didn't you show one of the other properties? Why didn't you do that? You went to the one that you knew was the worst. You went to the one you knew was the worst. Our Kathy, Phoenix, and Shantae are the problems. KWESI is the victim. Now, people are seeing Phoenix live about everything. The fact is, this black woman creating a bad name in the Gambia. Okay? Okay? This is sad. This is sad. Y'all getting mad because I'm talking about this? You think I want people to go? You think I want to continue to go to the Gambia and people judging me like this, thinking I'm like these people? This is embarrassing. They're embarrassing us. And then y'all want to troll me and come on here and say stupidity and take up for these people who making us all look stupid. Listen to this big lie. Remember, this is the category. Phoenix Rain is a liar. The indentured servant who wanted to be queen is a liar. I can't expose everyone else's private information, but I can expose mine. So this is what you will encounter when you request your money back. So basically, she's showing you what happened. You know, you got to go through all this to get your money back. But the point here was Phoenix didn't even invest any money. She says 1,000 times she didn't invest any money. Her donations was going to be an in-kind donation. She was coming to work. She was coming to work. Dusty traveled with Tay invested money. That's why she wanted to be friends with Dusty so bad, because the money was coming from her. She was just going to play her for her money, so she thought. But yeah, That's what happened. Okay. So why is she telling people on why is she saying on Facebook she invested money, but on YouTube she's telling us she didn't? Why is that? Does anybody know? Does any of her defenders know? Can y'all tell me that? No? Okay, so it's time for the comments. Yeah. Yeah, this is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. This is really embarrassing. Yeah, this is really embarrassing, y'all. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave the last comment up so I can know where we stop next time. And so we said all that. This is really embarrassing. And if y'all not embarrassed, I don't know. I don't know what kind of African American people are. I don't know. Most of us got people in the South. You know how your grandparents and your auntie and your uncles are in the South. You don't go down to the South and show out. Oh, Dusty has traveled with Tay Tay. For people who don't know, I call her Dusty because she gets no respect because she threatened me. Mm-hmm. She threatened me. I don't play like that, girl. You gets no respect. She Dusty. She looks Dusty to me. So I call her Dusty. And the people who know what Dusty means, look it up in the Urban Dictionary if you don't know what Dusty means, but that's who Dusty is. Okay, let's see. Okay, we said that one. We said who's Dusty. And so if you ever hear us mention the Dusty Dozen or the Dusty Crew, those are her minions who like to bully me, okay? A dusty person. Google it. It's in the Urban Dictionary. Yeah, she is an indentured servant. She's an indentured servant. It's basically what it is. And this is true. Look it up. But it's true. It's true. I'm not lying on this woman. She lying on us. Yes. People going to Africa broke is just dumb. Do you know how expensive it is to live in Africa? That's what's crazy. Y'all, it is so expensive to live in Africa. It is unbelievable. And the worst place you want to be in Africa, the worst place you want to be with no money is Africa. Africa. You going to Africa broke. Thinking you're going to come up off of YouTube. Who does that? Who do base their livelihood off of YouTube? YouTube is like a frontier economy. It's like a frontier market. You throw it up, it's like a coin toss. So what you gonna do? Create more drama? Create drama to keep your channel relevant? Because if you're not telling the truth about something, you're gonna have to create drama. You're gonna have to lie. It's people who tell the truth on YouTube and it's people who lie on YouTube. It's only those two categories. I'm sorry. I don't know about the other YouTube, but I know in this African YouTube content creators like it's people who tell the truth and it's people who lie. And the people who lie are the ones who usually in Africa broke. Yeah, damn. That's what I said when I was reading all this. I couldn't even believe it. That's exactly what I said. I could not even believe it. Yep, I could not even believe it. I could not even believe it. Any research around Shantae helped pay for everything for Phoenix until that relationship broke down? I don't know yet. I haven't really went back and started her. I'm going to start her after I finish this. I'm going to start Shantae when I finish tonight. I'm going to move in on her. Because when I'm researching one of them at a time, I try to block out the other stuff because I want to focus just on this person. So, no. But what made me think this was about why she targeted Tay Tay, because she targeted Shantae soon as she got there. She got in this woman's ear. So I do feel sorry for her. I really do, y'all, because Travel with Tay Tay really didn't get a chance to even stand on her own feet before Shantae, for Phoenix got in her ear with this lie about KWESI. So not yet, but next, I don't even know if we're gonna get to. I'll probably have to do a part 2 on Phoenix because it's an hour and 19 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is do a part 2 on her next week, and then I'll do another video, like a video in the middle of the week, and then I'll show y'all some of the receipts on the screen, okay? Because her stuff is so long, there's no way we're gonna finish tonight. Then if we do it next Saturday, it's still gonna take about 2 hours, and then I don't want to do 3 Saturdays of the indentured servant who wanted to be clean. No. So what I want to do, I'll do 2. This is going to do first episode, then the second episode, then I'll do a middle of the week video with the other information because it's so much information because everything started coming out. And then you can just clearly put the pieces together and see the lies. So not yet, but I really think she was with her because of money, because remember, Shantae was one of the biggest investors in KWESI's Invest Relocate Africa. She knew that. She knew Shantae was coming there. She got in Shantae's ear as soon as she got there. Okay. And I'm gonna tell you when you can clearly see this. There's a YouTube content creator named Delightful DJ. Delightful DJ has a video about Phoenix Rain being scammed. No, Phoenix being welcome to the Gambia. I can't remember the exact name right now, but look on her channel, Delightful DJ. Okay, you'll see a video about her. It's a picture of her and KWESI, and that's not the video. That's the video about her and KWESI coming together, but that's not the video when he picks up Shantae. The one he picks up Shantae, that video is not going to show you what I want you to see. I want you to see the video when he picks up Shantae from the airport. Okay, when they pick up Shantae. And I think that's one when she says, my sister arrives, or it's one when Shantae arrives. Look for that video. Okay. In this video, I want you to watch when Shantae gets in the car, Travel with Tay gets in the car. She gets in, okay, she's in the back seat, Phoenix is in the front seat, like she's running everything. Like she's running, like KWESI works for her, and she's in charge and she's running everything. Okay? So KWESI gets out. He's not in the car yet because they're still loading up luggage. So soon as Shantae gets in the car, Phoenix leans back to Travel with Tay and whispers something to Travel with Tay. They're having some kind of conversation. You can tell it's about KWESI because when KWESI comes to get in the car, Phoenix pulls back and stops talking, and Shantae sits back, and Shantae has this look on her face like, oh my God, what did I just get into? That's, I believe, when Shantae got the first sign from Phoenix that something was going on. That's when Phoenix knew, I got to get Shantae on my team real quick. And that moment is when she turned her against KWESI and got her on her team. And she needed her because Shantae had the money. That's my opinion. I'm going to look and see if I can find out stuff to back that up because Shantae is next week. But I think she was just using Shantae for money because she was broke. Okay. So let's see. What's this one say? I thought yeah, see, she keeps changing the amount. I was also contacted by Phoenix's daughter to spread the wildfire around KWESI. See what I mean? See what I mean? See what he just said? That's just ridiculous. And then she said it was $10,000. Shantae said it was $10,000. And then she says it was $16,000. So which one is it? We don't know. We don't know. Do y'all know? Because I don't know. It keeps changing. The amount keeps changing. Okay, so let's see. I'm trying to go back up here and figure out. Okay, this one. Rachel, I thought she told Juliet 12. See? She keeps changing it. And PR said 500. We don't know how much it was because these people lie. Shantae's a liar too. Don't feel so sorry for her because she's a big liar too. And that's why one of the comment people called them the Sisters Grimm because they really are. They work together. They're the same. I get alerts from your account, Kiki. Just, oh, thank you, Joshua. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's see. Gambia, okay, thanks for the correction. Okay. Okay, so she said the breakup had something to do. Gambian thieves and scammers said at Rachel Newman, the breakup between Shantae and Phoenix had something to do with African Picnic. Okay, well, listen, y'all, this is what I read why African Picnic weren't their friends anymore with Phoenix. Because remember, Phoenix was showing them around and everything. Well, what I read in one of the comments was that they weren't friends with her anymore because Phoenix stole something from them. And you guys, guess what she stole from them? Y'all not gonna believe it. She stole some seeds. Seeds. Y'all hear me? I gotta put some lip gloss on. She stole some seeds, y'all. According to the comments, according to the people talking like y'all talking, she stole some seeds. And you know how you guys hold people accountable. So if that wasn't the truth, somebody would have went on there and said, "Oh, you a lie. That's wrong." Nobody said anything. See? I didn't even have this comment up here. I couldn't see that far, y'all. I ain't got my glasses on. I didn't even have this comment up here, but I told y'all that's why I like primary sources because they tell you everything. I didn't screenshot it because I thought, wow, that's bad, but that didn't have nothing to do with what we were saying. So yeah, they said she stole seeds. Can you believe that? This one. Okay, hold on. It says, yep. I remember that she did look a little shocked. Yep, you remember that. Right. And I kept rewinding it. And I was going slow. And I was like, oh wow. Because think back, y'all, when we was young and we was hanging out with our girlfriends and we was talking about the dude and we didn't want the dude to know we was talking about him. And when he get out the car, one of us in the front, the other one in the back, what we do, y'all? We lean into each other. We tell each other what we got to say. As soon as he come back, what we do? Sit back like we wasn't saying nothing. Shantae's eyes was looking like, what? What? Yeah. That's when she told her the lies and got her on his team. When I first saw Phoenix, I thought she went there to have a relationship. You know what? Okay, y'all. This came up, and I kept saying no. See, this is why you can't put your own bias and stuff. I kept saying no, but it is one of the categories because it did coming up. But in my mind, I'm like, I know this woman did not think KWESI Boyd wanted her. It ain't nothing wrong with her though. I'm not saying something wrong with Phoenix, but what I'm saying is she ain't KWESI Boyd's type. She ain't KWESI Boyd's type. I'm not KWESI Boyd's type. I'm too old for him. Everybody know KWESI like young Gambian girl. But see, this is another thing that goes into she wanted to be queen. Because if she married KWESI, that gives her some kind of authority. But see, not in the ranking of the wives. You see what I mean? Not in the ranking of the wives, because she wasn't going to be the first one. She was going to be whatever number. I don't even know. But somebody else suggested that. Delightful DJ suggested that. And the reason I'm kind of thinking maybe it was true is because other than this, he gave money to Art Kathy and that hotel wasn't ready for them to live in. Only thing she talked about was he had all these young girls around him. Same thing with Shantae. They were complaining about he had all these young girls around him. You'll see when we get to that category. Yeah. So people are saying that when she got there, she didn't know KWESI had all these young wives. She didn't know it was, she knew he had wives. Because see, remember, in the teachings that they follow, polygamy is fine. Some people do say polygamy. Some African American women, they agree with polygamy. It's fine for them. So these people, the teachings that they were following, it's a polygamous culture. Okay. So polygamy, that's not outlandish for her because this culture she was in, polygamy was the norm. Okay. So this is not so out there that it can't be true because too many people are saying it. So it has to be some truth to it. Yeah, that did come up. That she came there, and when she found out that the girls were all young and pretty, she realized she couldn't compete with them young, pretty girls. And she got jealous, and that's when she just was really into this coup. But I think she might have came there to be with KWESI. She could have, but she also came there with the intent to take over this company because she thought she was smarter than KWESI. She thought she could outthink him. Hey, Kiki, I wondered how she had a birthday party last year when she had no money. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. How did you do that? How did you do that? Exactly. But she went on Cash App on YouTube. I mean, on Facebook. We'll get to that. And she told people to send her money for her birthday because she didn't have any money. Hmm. But that I don't. That was the day of the birthday. So she was having a birthday party before then. Okay. So those were that was the category that established the fact that this woman is a liar. She came there lying. She continued to lie. She lies and exaggerates every little thing to make it fit whatever she needs it to fit. Okay. Every little thing, because that's just what she does to make it fit. So we're going to move on to the next category. Let's see. Now we're going to talk about how this category was. She came there with plans to take over this company. Okay. She says October 6th, she's in the Gambia, 5 days. She says, my intention is for other women to look at me and say, that woman went after everything she wanted and manifested it all. If she can, so can I. So we're thinking, okay, that's good. She's talking about working for KWESI, right? Because that's what we're seeing on YouTube. She talking about manifesting her secretary job at Invest Relocate Africa. This is what we thinking she talking about, right? That's what I'm thinking. But no, she's talking about taking over Art Kathy, knocking off Kathy off her throne, and the indentured servant stepping in. Oh, this is October 6th. Oh, I'm so excited. Spent the morning doing some vision casting and strategic planning to launch the programs I've been carrying in my spirit for such a long time. Stay tuned, y'all. The best is yet to come. This is on Facebook. YouTube, she's shouting out Invest Relocate Africa. She's at Bag on the 5th. She posted a picture on the video on the 5th at Bag, promoting KWESI, promoting how she's there healing the world. We involved in Relocate Africa is the thing to be, thing to invest in, thing to join. But on Facebook, what we see, she's vision casting and she's doing strategic planning to launch programs that she's been carrying in her spirit for a long time. That doesn't sound like that has anything to do with Invest Relocate Africa. That sounds like you coming to Africa, to the Gambia, using KWESI and art, because it's her money, to get there. And then once you get there, you flip on them. You tell everybody they're liars, they're cheaters, they're fraudsters, they're on drugs. And guess who y'all not gonna believe who the Gambian people accused of having a drug job. It was her. Wait till you read this conversation. Wait till I read this conversation. Whew, Lord. So wait a minute. Let's get back to this. She went there with this plan, I told y'all, to take over this man's company, to destroy his name, to destroy Art Kathy's name, and to take over that company. Because in my opinion, she's a covert female narcissist. And this is what they do. They pretend like they're the victim. And if you notice, she's always the victim. And she's always the martyr. She's always riding or dying for somebody. She's always standing up for a cause. But that cause, usually, you got to pay for it. She needs donations for it. Okay. Yeah. So, again, October the 8th. Shantae is here by now. Okay. Just travel with Tay Tay. She says, teamwork makes the dream work. Logistics and planning for Shantae. Okay. So, no, I don't know if Shantae's here right now. I don't think she's here right now. I don't know if I don't think she's here right now. But, okay. So what does that mean, you guys? Logistics and planning for Shantae. I'm thinking, oh, she just planning, a place for her to stay, planning everything. But no, she planning to get her on this trip with her. She planning to get her on this corporate coup with her. That's what she's planning. She letting y'all know what she's about to do. Listen, October 15th. This is when all hell was breaking loose, okay? This is when it was behind the scenes, but she was on Facebook telling everybody what was going on. But she wasn't naming names. But people on Facebook who was on YouTube, they knew because she was telling the Facebook people to go to YouTube and watch the drama. But she wasn't telling us on YouTube what she was saying on Facebook. And on the 15th, she says on Facebook, now I understand why God sent me here ahead of the wave of people. So God sent her there, y'all. She's saying God sent her there to stage this coup. Okay? God sent her there. She says, Father, strengthen me for these days. I thank you for your favor on my life, God, and for going before us today as we close this first deal. Is she talking about a deal for her, or is she talking about a deal for Invest Relocate Africa? Because we don't know. We don't know because she's two-faced it. She appears one way on Facebook, but on YouTube, she appears to us to be something else. What has been done in the dark, here she goes, will be surely brought to the light. Rumors and innuendos that something's going on at Invest Relocate Africa, but she's not telling anybody. She's still pretending like life is grand. What is necessary? No, she says, walk with me, Lord, as I do what is right. This is what covert narcissists do, okay? This is what I'm telling you. Now she's on her martyrdom. She has to do what's right. She has to take KWESI and Art Kathy down. She has to do that. The secretary who saw KWESI give Art money and who went to a property that didn't have furniture in it and wasn't finished. So she decides it's fraud. No, she decided she needed that company. She needed that company name. She needed that company's people, investors, and she needed that company's reputation. That's what that was about. So then she says, wow. And how she's using God. This is crazy. Walk with me, Lord, as I do what is right. Now, what is right is to call the FBI. What is right is to call the government officials and let them handle this. If this is truly what you saying it is, what you said it was, what is right was for you to call the government officials and let them handle it, not go on Facebook and destroy this man's reputation and cut off all income to these people because you were broke. What is necessary and what will bring glory to your name, not mine. Wow, look how these people use the Lord's name in vain. How did God get glory out of it? Where was God being glorified in that? That's what I want to know. Where did God, she said she was doing this for the glory of God. Where was God being glorified? With lies. With lies. You destroyed this man. He's still trying to come back. Art done gave up on it. She gone. She turned her back on Gambia, talked about the Gambian people so bad. And you think this was God's will? This woman was bringing people there. She had me wanting to go there. I was watching her. I don't even watch her like that. But when she talked about the Gambia, I did. I wanted to know. And you saying this was God's will, what you did. What you did was God's will. Make us look like a mockery in front of everybody, and that's God's will. Okay. That's because, I'm telling you, that's what happens. Indentured servants have a certain type of mentality. When you have an indentured servant mentality, this is how you think. Father, I pray that little me can make big you smile as I continue to press forward in spirit, truth, and integrity. And you know how many people she sucked in with that one little comment about God. She always talking about God because she knows those Christian people out there who all you got to do is say something about God, and she with it. They with it. So on the 15th, it's going down. This is the 16th. I'm sorry. This is after she says on the 15th on Facebook. We don't know on YouTube. On Facebook, she says big facts. 16. And apparently, I was sent here to set things right. But guess what? I'm built for it. And her friend Dusty don't know nothing. Just got there, believing everything. This indentured, they both indentured servants. They both. But Shantae's supposed to have a little bit of money. I don't know how true that is. I don't know. I don't know. She said it, but I don't hear people saying she has money. I don't hear that. I hear people saying they're broke. Let's see. So that shows you right there. They was planning to do this. This is what they was doing. Years ago, literally everything around me is I don't know what she's trying to say there. Basically was messing with her success. I am walking in purpose and passion. Devils and demons can't shake me because man didn't make me. Devils and demons can't shake her from destroying this man's name and destroying this man's company. Because again, her receipts that we all believe, because I believed it until she produced these receipts. And I was like, hold up, wait a minute. That's all you got? Her receipts were, this man got money. KWESI got some money. He got the money. He gave the money to Art Kathy. That was her proof of fraud. And because she went to illegally broke into one of his properties and showed you that it wasn't ready. So that meant that he was misappropriating funds. This is what she says. Let me back up. On the 13th, these aren't in order. If you are repatriating, listen to this, and you need information, just ask me. I'll do my best to answer your question or point you in the right direction. And no, it won't cost you a dime because I'm sick of these vultures. So she deliberately interfered with this man's ability to make money. KWESI needs to sue her for defamation. He needs to take this video to his lawyer and get all of this primary sources, and I'll forward it to him. I'll give him everything I got. I'll organize it. I'll even make it into a written report for him because this is unbelievable. She goes on Facebook. Facebook is where KWESI's people are. He gets them from Facebook and tells them, if you are repatriating and you need information, ask me. That's what KWESI does. Now you're supposed to ask the secretary? You're supposed to ask the secretary? Don't ask him, ask her. Because she's taking his people. She's staging a corporate. She's already staged it because she's intervened. Now she's running the company. She's telling people to come to her, not him. And it won't charge you a thing. Well, we'll see. No, she's just going to beg for donations because that's how she went broke. Because she see you do have to charge. It's a business. It's your time. You do have to charge. But she already said she couldn't charge. She wasn't going to charge. So what was she going to do? Go back and start charging? But she knew she couldn't do that for free. When she saw the time, the intellectual capacity, she knew she didn't have all that. She knew it. So she quickly shifted. She went, oh, I'm going to work at a school and teach people how to sew. They forever working at schools. It must be easy to get at a. Somebody out here from the Gambia, tell me, is it easy to get on at a school in the Gambia? Do they check your credentials? Do they do background checks? Because these two crooks work at schools. She worked at a sewing school. Okay, that's more of understand. God sent me. I think we got all of the ones where she planned it, where we talked about she planned the takeover. This is really sad. Yeah, we talked about them all. Okay, so let's see what questions we have here. Josh says it's expensive if you give everybody your money. Helping people is good, but you got to be responsible about it. And oh my God, you're so right. You do. And she's not responsible if you're having parties and you don't have money. Why are you? I could see you and your friend. Y'all want to sit down and y'all want to, get you a cake from Miss Harmony, who's one of the repats who really do what she says she do. She not begging on YouTube. She made cakes to sell her money, to get her money. Yeah. So like her, get you a cake from her and, get you some tea or whatever you do and just enjoy yourself. You don't have that much money. So why do something big that you can't afford and spend all your money and then go on YouTube and beg for more money? Why do that? That's irresponsible. That's another sign this woman is extremely irresponsible. Hey Sharon, how you doing, sweetie? She's extremely irresponsible. I've seen the last three. No, she's sweet. Nima Dia. No, she's not. She's not one of these people. She's not one. Family Exodus is not one. The melanated Mr. Mosley, he's not one. The Bag family, they're not one. Who else is out there? Oh, oh my God, I can't think of their name. The soul food restaurant people, they're not one. These people are real repats. Okay, these people are not scamming anybody. These people are showing you what they're going through. These people are for real. What they said they did in the United States, they did it. Okay? They didn't come to Africa and make up a whole new identity like KWESI Boyd's people did. These people was just broke, was jokes in the United States, was jokes, was nobodies. So I'm nobody in the United States, so I'm going to go to Africa and be somebody. These are KWESI Boyd's people. And poor KWESI didn't even know it. He trusting people on Facebook. You can't never trust people on Facebook. And no, Neodema, she's not one of them either. No. She ain't one of the people. They probably had her believing it was cheap and everything to come there, but no, she ain't a part of that. Those people ain't a part. You can tell the ones that's a part of it. Because they always begging on Facebook. Oh God, Facebook. They always begging on YouTube. She's a gifter. Yeah, she's sweet. I like her. She's a nice person. It's her Neodema is her and her daughter, you guys. They're in the Gambia. And I'm going back over the video. They're in the Gambia and they talk about their life in the Gambia. But no, she doesn't go on YouTube and beg and do that. Oh no. Okay, it says any insights on Temple Herman. she was quick to showcase him cooking some Nigerian food in their kitchen. No, and I'm not, even if I did, if it didn't have anything to do with us, I wouldn't talk about that because that's her personal life with him, and he's not a part of this. So I wouldn't bring him into this. I would never do that. I'm not that kind of person. He probably being frauded by her. He probably believed the lies. He's probably a victim like everybody else. So no, I wouldn't talk about him like her boyfriend. No. I only talked about Dusty's boyfriend because he the one broke into the house. And she trying to lie and say it was crazy when she knows she running around with 10-year. I'm sorry. When she knows she running around with little kids. Not literally little kids, y'all, but little boys, young men, young men. Okay. So, but thank you for your investigation. Let's help. It's helping save repats from spending money for those scammers. Yes, and they're supposed that they're lies. Yes, you're absolutely right. And support their life because they don't have any money. These people don't have no money. They can't live over there. And it's expensive to live in Africa because Americans are used to a certain standard of living. We can't go without hot water too long. We can't go without electricity too. We will lose our minds. Okay? That costs money. The internet, we have internet all day, every day over there. When I'm out without the internet for 5 minutes, I'm losing my mind. All that costs money. And internet is so expensive over there. It costs money, but they believe in that you can live over there for free because our money is worth so much. But Phoenix, I'm telling you, these repats I'm talking about, they didn't expect to live for free. They expected to scam y'all and live off of y'all. Okay, that's what they expected to do. They knew it wasn't free. That's why they always asking for money. Nope, not from what I seen. He never got access to the account, and she actually, well, you know what? It kind of sound like, I'm not really sure because he said in one exchange, we're going to go through that. He says, you owe me, I don't know if I think it's 69 Dalasi. I don't know if it's dollars or Dalasi, but there was a total of $569 in one of the accounts. Because see, like KWESI said, we're not even talking about a lot of money. And I think that's another thing she got upset about because she thought it was hundreds and thousands of dollars. And it wasn't. It wasn't. When she saw it was this little, because KWESI said it was small money. When she saw it was small money, she's like, oh my God, I did all this for nothing. What am I going to do? They had to be stealing the money. And so there you have it. So he said it was $569. He said, where is the $69? You owe me $69. So I'm not sure if he got the 500 back or not. Or was he just saying that's how much was in there? He didn't make it clear, but he did say you owe me $69. Well, not dollars. He just said 69. So I don't know. We don't know. We don't know. I don't know for sure whether he got the money back or not. Okay, is there any more questions, y'all? Oh, yeah, we're going to stop for tonight soon. Now, that's what I'm telling you, Miss Repat. KWESI said it wasn't no money. And when I saw $69, y'all, I had to put my glasses on. I put my glasses on and I kept doing like that to the phone and coming up. And I kept saying, what? Did he say $69? I said, she doing all of this for a total of $569. But he said that. But that's how you know she doesn't know what she's doing. That's what I'm telling you. She has no clue. She thinks that there's money still there. When investment money come in, Art with Phoenix, KWESI had to live over there. They had to buy properties over there. They had to fix this money up. And a lot of times as the money comes in, the money goes out. The money comes in, the money goes out. But she doesn't know what she's doing. She doesn't know. So she's thinking this money it's investment money. It's just sitting there. We invested, it's just sitting there. No, that's not what that means. But that's what happens when the indentured servant wants to be queen. She just make a fool out of herself, making a fool out of us too. Making a fool out of us too. Now, this is the defamation category. KWESI, again, needs to sue this one folder right here. I can just send it to him as enough. She goes on Facebook. This is 6 days. It just says 6 days. You know how Facebook won't tell you the date sometimes? It'll just say 6 days. So this is probably somewhere around the 20th, okay, of October. She's saying, well, a hit, coke head will holler. Hashtag KWESI Boyd, the real scammer of the Gambia. That's defamation. That is defamation. That's going to hurt him financially. That's going to hurt his reputation as a businessman. That's going to hurt his reputation as a person. That's defamation. Okay, let's go on. She continues to do this nonsense. You sound stupid. I helped you form your LLC, BITCH. I have had several for years. Well, if you've had several for years, then you would understand how to budget. You would understand the corporate structure. You would understand what happens when investment money come in. You would understand all that. You would understand what happens when you make a sale. You would understand all that. So this iPad, and she said it in another video, she's had all kind of businesses. But if she had all kind of businesses, she would have known that Invest Relocate Africa is probably on a tight budget because remember, COVID had hit. KWESI made a good point. COVID had hit. Nobody was traveling. Nobody was going anywhere. They couldn't even make money because COVID had hit. But again, an indentured servant wants to be queen, thinks she knows what's going on. Thinks she knows everything. This is what she said. Another defamation. If all the investors' money has gone to properties and staff, why does everybody we meet complain that they never got paid? You never got paid. It's an investment company. What do you mean you never got paid? I don't understand. Do you expect a paycheck every 2 weeks? Do you expect a paycheck? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? This is a frontier economy, a frontier market. You're investing in tourism. You're investing in people's movement. COVID just hit. What are you talking about, lady? You don't even know. Okay. Has the money gone to, okay, has gone to properties and staff? Why does, okay, say they never made any money. Show the people their actual accounts. Show the expenses. Show the entire property and not your stage screenshots. Well, guess what? A lot of real estate companies use stage screenshots, Phoenix, Miss Indentured Servant who wants to be queen. A lot of them do that. A lot of them do that because they want to show you what it will look like when you make it your home. Because when it looks like how it does when you make it your home, it'll sell quicker than an empty building. Okay, that's probably why they did that. So this is a series of text messages where she says, this was so funny, y'all. Let me see if I got this on here someplace else. This was so funny. Where is that? She says, this actually sounds like extortion to me. She says, this is our official demand in writing for investment funds to be refunded immediately. Please return our investment funds immediately. Phoenix and SENE. I don't know who that is. So KWESI responds, this is an official letter, document, right? So when you send something official like that, when you make demands, legal demands, you have to send a certified mail because you got to prove to the court that you did serve the person. Remember, you do have to do that. Okay. She sent it through, looks like Messenger. She loved Facebook, y'all. She one of those people who love Facebook. Okay. She sent this official demand, not by certified mail, not through the post office, nowhere you could trace it. She sends it through Messenger. And this is the secretary who staged this corporate coup, which is in full effect, now sending the CEO of operations this. Where, and this is what KWESI says, where is the 269 that, oh, no, I guess he didn't get it. Because look, it says, where is the 269 that was in the account you closed and the 300 for Steve? That is 569. So you owe me $69. So no, she didn't give him that. She didn't give him that. Because that's what he said right there, where's the money? But nobody ever asked her about that. Nobody ever asked Phoenix, where's the money? But the people in the comment section did. The YouTube, you guys did. You guys was holding her accountable when content creators weren't even listening, when content creators were ignoring what y'all were saying. Y'all had figured it out. Y'all had figured it out a long time ago. So then, look, then she says, oh, y'all, these stink bugs is getting in here. Oh, hate them. Then she says, so you can file whatever defamation you want. I'm reporting you for wire fraud. She makes these empty threats. I'm going to report you for wire fraud. But she never, ever does. Because if she's reporting me for wire fraud, guess who's going to do the investigation? The Federal Bureau of Investigations. You don't have to do nothing. I went on there. I looked at the form. You just fill out the form, give them the names, they handle it. Give them the information, they handle it. You don't have to do all this, but you're doing all this because you need income. You need to take over this man's company because you need income. And this was your plan. Now, this is what she said, how you know she thought something. She thought it was more than that. And she says, you have received easily $100,000 of people money. Now, what does easily mean? Can you go to court and say you received easily $100,000 of people's money? Can I go into a courtroom and say that? No, I cannot. Because what is easily? You're going to have to prove to the court this man received $100,000. You can't say that. But this is what she's telling us. Then KWESI says, you're sick. See you in court. He says, no, you're sick and a thief. This is the same person in the same post who is not giving this man back the $569. And she's already spent $69 because he said $69 was missing from the account. But he never got that money because he's asking, where's that money? Yeah. So she's the thief. She's the thief. So then she tells people, again, defamation. Check your contract. It says you can request your refund. You can request your funds. Go ahead. Ask for a refund. I know for a fact that they are disgruntled investors who requested to dissolve their accounts months ago. They're still waiting to get their money back. One is $500. $500? Are you serious, Phoenix? Yet he's giving people the runaround. If you got, okay, y'all, you invest $500, you lose that $500, and you don't understand that you invested that in a frontier economy, and you don't understand that that's just what happens sometimes. then maybe you shouldn't be investing, and especially frontier economies. Maybe you should go on Cash App and invest with them. You can easily invest with Cash App. Okay? Those are safe markets. It's the United States market. And sometimes those markets get volatile. Look what COVID did to those markets. Did you take them to court and sue them and say, I want my money back? But he put in here, you can get a refund. So try to get your refund. Good luck with that. Good luck with that because COVID hit. That's all he has to say. COVID hit. It was an act of nature. I lost money myself. I can't give people things I don't have. He's giving people the runaround. Go ahead, KWESI Boyd. I'd love nothing more to be proven wrong. You have been proven wrong. Show the people their money. Give those who've requested refunds their money back. I'll wait. Oh, yeah, you can't do it because you've misappropriated the funds, all of them. The money is gone because she was going to live off this money, y'all. That's why she upset. She was going to stage the coup. She was going to get control of the accounts. She was going to take that money. She was going to live off that money. She was going to continue to run crazy bits. So she thought she was going to run the Invest Relocate Africa. You guys were going to be sending her money. You guys were going to be dealing with her. That was the plan. That was the plan. And then when she saw it wasn't that much money, because she doesn't understand. She doesn't understand. How could it even be that much money? How? How? When people weren't coming, he said people had stopped coming because of COVID. Here she goes again. And she says, don't send them money. Period. Not one penny. If you need to inbox me, feel free, but don't send them money. That's defamation. That's her interfering with this man's ability to make money. Who was she to do that? The secretary who saw him give money to the CEO of the company, and she said that was fraud. So now these MFs trying to run. You should know that his supposed tax business is a fraud. Okay. I looked up his tax business when she said that. I couldn't find anything that said his tax business was a fraud. Maybe I didn't have the right information, but I didn't find that. And that was way back a year ago when she said it. This man has a pattern of putting SHIT and other people's names, getting the money and running. Okay, she doesn't understand business. But let me tell you, I'm in business with my son. Different investors play different roles. My role is I get the business. The business is in my name. The buildings are in my name. Okay? The buildings are in my name. That's the role I play, Phoenix. That's the role I want to play. I don't want to go up there every day and be day-to-day involved in the business like that. But I did want to participate because I felt like this business was going to blow up. So I said, okay, I'll do that role. So that's not called putting things in other people's name. That's called having business partners. Okay. Business partners play different roles. Okay. So, but he's not going to stop. I'm coming for the entire operation. Didn't I tell you? That's what she wanted from the beginning, the entire operation. And for what? What, people? What did we say? What did the data say that she did this for? We're not going to guess. We're not going to speculate. We're going to go by what she said. She said because she saw him give his partner in crime money, investors' money. His partner in crime was Art Cathy. I think her name was Art Cathy Hills. Art Cathy Hills was his partner in crime. She was the CEO of the company. He gave her the money. That was fraud. She said when she went to a property that wasn't finished and quite ready for a family, that wasn't even there yet, she said that was misappropriation of funds. Are you serious? And we was going for this because I was going for it. I was going for it until I saw the receipts. Then I was like, she ain't got nothing. She a liar. She's a liar. Why is she doing this? Why? Then saying this man was on cocaine. She kept saying he was on cocaine. But y'all, not according to the data. They said she the one who had the drugs. They said she the one got into the taxi asking taxi drivers where drugs at. Okay, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. Get to the sex, drugs, and rock and roll. We're gonna get to that. Okay, so let's finish. You better believe that any and all of y'all that are giving them money, now you're paying for their tickets to escape. So she wants you to stop giving them money because remember, Art was going to leave. And she said to stop giving them money again because you're paying for their tickets to escape because Art was just tired of it. She was coming back. So those are the defamations. Let's read the comments. What you guys got to say about that? So KWESI making all this. Yes, yeah, Gambian thieves. Can you believe it? But I don't think KWESI making noise about that. I think KWESI making noise about, somebody he trusted, somebody he gave. Because remember, he just paid for them to come there. He just paid for them to come there. So that money was gone. We don't know how much the tickets are. It depends on when you get the tickets. Sometimes the tickets are cheap, sometimes they're not. So they were in October. The tickets now the tickets are like $800. So say let's round it to 900. What 18? Let's round it to $2,000 for tickets for them. They had to have room and board, food. You got to go buy American special food. He had to spend money for that. He had to clean the rooms up, get the rooms ready. He had to spend money for that. They had to spend money for that. So of course it's probably running low. They just did a big investment. They invested in them to come there and destroy them. So I think it wasn't so much the $569 Gambian things. I think it was more the principle behind it, that I trusted you. I trusted you. I brought you into my home. I paid for your ticket. You pretended like you was down for the cause. And then once you get here, you really ain't down for nobody but yourself. And you're going to lie on us just so you could come up. And yeah, $569. That's what Phoenix did all this for. Because they had more than that. Because how did they pay for them to come? How did they pay for all their expenses? They fed them. How did they pay for all of that? How did they pay for all that? That's what I'm saying. That costs money. She didn't take that into account. Okay. He said he has a 6-figure business. Oh dear. I don't know. Because remember I told you I didn't investigate the business. Okay. Hey, Kiki. I'm in the back row. And my name is Chanel. And the name, wait a minute, the name of Chanel that you mentioned is Delightful DJ. Yeah. So introduce herself as DJ on her show. She's a very artistic. Yeah, honey, I like her. So when y'all finish watching this tonight, go watch DJ. DJ helped. DJ, shout out to you for helping me with this, because this was crazy. There was so much information, but DJ had it broken down, and I got it from DJ. Man, DJ led me to where I needed to go, and Clarissa Gian, thank you. That was another content creator. Those two. Her name is Carissa, and then it's Gian, Gyan. Yeah. They have raw footage. They have actual footage. They have raw data. Okay. She interprets the data. You don't have to agree with her interpretation. I didn't exactly agree with her interpretation, but she did, some of her points were valid. But she has a lot of raw data that you can just get and look through. Okay. So yeah, I love Delightful D. Okay. Yeah, Delightful D. That's it, not DJ. Delightful D. Thank you. Talking about employees. Yeah, thank you. Those were the employees. Those were his employees. This is what they did to him. Wait, KWESI paid her debt for the seeds too. I don't know what happened with the seeds. Those, no, the seed money was like, y'all, maybe that's what they talking about. African pygmy when they say seeds. They took their seeds. Maybe I thought they were talking about seeds you put in the ground. But money when you start a business is called seed money. So maybe she stole their seed money because remember, African pygmy started that restaurant. So maybe they're talking about money because that's what KWESI was talking about, the seed money. Like people will donate you seed money to say, okay, you're going to start this business in Africa. Okay, well, I can't invest, but I can donate $100 of seed money to help you. You know, that's what I'll do. I'll give you some seed money. So not actual seed, like to buy seed, but that's what it's for. That's what I'm thinking now. It just hit me. It wasn't seeds, physical seeds you put in the ground. Now I'm thinking it was seed money. Yeah, probably was. Okay, let's see. And then she says, what? Yeah. Yes. I wish I was lying. Yeah, I wish I was lying. Channel. Okay, yeah, I know. Thank you. Thank you, Aries One, though, for helping me because I said her name was Delightful DJ, and it's not, it's Delightful D. Her name is Delightful D. And she did a lot of in-depth, and she talks about body languages, you know, so she was really on it. So yeah, make sure y'all check her out. So you can check me out. So you can make sure I'm on what I'm saying I'm doing. I'm not making it up. No money. No, they have no money. No, she has no money. Yep. Either way, if he paid her debt to African Pygmy, I still think that shows integrity. No, I don't think he paid her debt to African Pygmy because after she got with African Pygmy, she wasn't with, I don't think she was with KWESI and them anymore because she didn't have no money. Remember, she was living in that apartment. She had got, no, she wasn't with them. But she had broke off from, I think she broke off from Shantae by that time too. She really was broke then. She really was broke because the investment, her dream of becoming the queen of the Gambia had fell through. Now she was just trying to get people to do tours with her. And I think African Pygmy had just got there and she was showing them around. But no, I don't think KWESI paid their paid them any money back for her because he had quit dealing with her. Okay, let's see what this one says. When African Pygmy were in Jamaica, they had seeds that they packed to take to the Gambia. According to the video, they made the seeds come up missing. Okay, so it was seeds, you guys. So it was. So you think B Salton? It was actual seeds. That's what I couldn't figure out because I'm like, why the heck would but Mr. B Salton, tell me, why would you steal some seeds? Because you're just a thief, just like you a liar. And my grandma used to say that a thief is a liar and a liar is a thief. They go hand in hand. So it was actual seeds, y'all. Wow. Yep. Miss Repot said be stalked, and that's what I thought too. So yep, it was actual seeds. Okay, look, y'all, we've been on here for 2 hours and 18 minutes. If y'all got any more questions, we're gonna stop right here. Because let me see how much charge I got in my phone. 20%. Okay, hold on. I think we need to stop right here because I don't want to make it too long. Okay, Miss Repass says earlier what you read said he was asking about two, yeah. No, okay, but 300 for seeds. So what I think KWESI meant was seed money because they were talking about investors and they were talking about people giving money. Okay, so that's why I think it was seed money. But with African Pygmy, I really couldn't tell because it wasn't them, it was somebody commenting and saying she stole seeds from African Pygmy. And I'm like, what? She stole some seeds. But I just kind of like, I didn't know. I'm thinking seeds, but why would you do that? That didn't even make sense. But if you're a thief, you steal everything. So let's see. Oh, so African Picnic did have much money in Jamaica, so they plan to have a garden in the Gambia. You're right, because when you have a garden, you can eat. You spend a lot less money on purchasing food, and that's what Africans normally do. They have a garden. So you're right. So maybe she didn't take any seeds there with her. Seeds are probably expensive because everybody's doing farming there, and she was hungry because in the video about for bag, that's what she's talking about. And I thought that was weird that she talked about when she's doing her preaching, she's talking about things that are on African American people's mind. And she's saying what's on our mind is marriage, okay? When we should be concerned about feeding people. Now, see, that made me think she was throwing shots at KWESI because she was talking about KWESI's marriages. Because remember, that was her complaint about him. And she's living with him. She has no money, so she has to wait for him to feed her. Okay, and I know when you wait for people to feed you, if you guys have never had to wait for somebody to feed you, you're hungry a lot. Okay, because people eat at different times. And when you go to Africa, you're on a whole different eating schedule. They don't eat like we eat. Okay, they don't have snacks like we snack. They don't do that. It's a whole different eating style. So when you got to wait for somebody to feed you, oh, whew, that's a whole different situation right there. So that's why I'm thinking when she started mentioning the food, but you should feed each other. We should feed each other. When we see somebody's hungry, we should feed each other. And I'm like, why is she talking about food and marriage? Because those things were on her mind, because that's what she was going through, in my opinion, just from her comments. Okay, so let's see. The spot between Art and Blondie is just like that. Oh, the spat between Art and Blondie is just like the spat with the annex house, the black, okay, you mean Blacksett lady and the AA woman. She's that slept with her man. What? Wait, I didn't know nothing about that, y'all. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. Okay. I don't know nothing about nobody sleeping with her man. And whoa, that's deep right there. So they really don't like each other. Man. Okay. So B. Staunton says African pygmies seem to struggle financially in Jamaica and went to Gambia. Yeah, I thought, and they went to Gambia kind of broke. And that's what's so messed up, is because they really, you could see that they were struggling, but they stuck together as a team. And that's what I like about them, because that's what relationships are supposed to be about. No matter what you go through, the highs and lows, we a team. We're going to be hungry together. We're going to be hungry together. We're going to eat good. We're going to eat good together. Now look at them. They're eating good now. Look at them now. But they stayed together. So they're good. That's another people, some real people. Oh, not Blacksett? So I'm sorry, she said not Blacksett. So who is Annex? Is that what you meant, Annex? I don't know who those people are. But that's interesting. Okay, so any other questions before we get off of here tonight? Because y'all, we've been on here 2 hours and 23 minutes, and we've only gotten through 2 categories. Okay. I told y'all this was a lot, and we have to break it down so we can understand what's going on. Mm-hmm. So do we have any more questions before I get up off of here? And again, next week we're going to do the part 2 of Phoenix Rain, the indentured servant who wanted to be queen. And in the middle of the week, I'm going to do another video, okay, I'm going to choose maybe one of the points, one of the categories, and talk about them then. Because it's just a lot, and we can't just run through it like that. I could run through it, and it wouldn't be actual and factual. I want you guys to have actual and factual because that's the problem in our community. We haven't been getting actual and factual. We just been getting rumors. But now we see once we put the rumors together, the rumors were actually lies. Phoenix Rain is not a hero. She's actually a covert female narcissist, in my opinion, who went to the Gambia to stage a corporate coup because she felt like she could do what Art Kathy did, and she could do it better than Art Kathy and KWESI. Yeah. Mhm. The Jamaican expat who has a house name and oh, that lady. Really? Oh, I don't know anything about him. You guys know who she's talking about. Is that the lady who said she didn't like us no more and we couldn't stay at her house anymore? The Exodus House. I think that's the name of it. I don't know because you know what, y'all? I only follow us. I can't follow the Great Britain people and then the Jamaican people. It's a lot out there, and I gotta hold my people accountable. I feel like if the Jamaican people check their people, if the UK people check their people, if we all check our people, then we'll all be okay. But the other groups, I watch them, but I really don't know about them like that. And I don't comment about, yeah, the Exodus House. And I don't comment about people and things I don't really know about because that makes me gossip, you know, and spread rumors and innuendos. And I got a whooping for that when I was little. I couldn't spread rumors. I couldn't go to my grandmother with who, what, he, she, when. I couldn't do that. I had to put a name on everything and tell her details. So I don't talk about things I don't know about. Yeah, the Exodus. I know who you're talking about. Wow, that's she's not even African American. She's actually Jamaican. She's actually Jamaican. She only speaks standard English, North American English, when she's talking to us or when she wants to get us to invest in her business. But she's actually Jamaican. So, wow, that's really interesting. But I don't know anything about those people, just what I told you. But other than that, do we got any more questions? Again, I'm going to finish we'll do part 2 of Phoenix Rain, the indentured servant who wanted to be queen next week. And if I have to, I might have to do 2 videos. Okay. I might do them every day to get them out because I don't want to keep talking about her. Okay. I don't want this to drag on. So what I might do next week, okay, is put out videos every day to get this out. Okay. And then what we'll do Saturday, we'll wind it up Saturday. Okay. That's how we'll do it. We'll do it like that because this is too much and it's information overload. Okay. And if I give you too much information at one time, you can't absorb it. It'll start rolling off. You'll listen, but your mind won't be taking it in. It won't take it in. That's why I keep stopping so we can take that in and then move on. Because really, we should only talk for an hour. After 50 minutes, guess what? Your mind doesn't even absorb you don't even comprehend what the person is saying. You hear them, but you're not really breaking it down and taking it in because you've had enough information. So that's why I have to do it like that. So we can truly, truly understand what's going on. We got to understand what's going on. Because right now, y'all, we look real bad. We looking real bad. Really bad, especially in the Gambia. Especially in the Gambia. We looking really bad right about now. Place in the space that says, thank you for exposing these liars who forgot that when you put your life out there, it's open to scrutiny. Yeah, and it ain't even your life so much, it's your lives. Because we don't care about your life. Because if I was sitting up here talking about my life, y'all wouldn't be on here. It would not be 28 people on here listening to Kiki Loves Nigeria at 10:29 at night talk about her life because they don't care about my life. So it's not so much their life. It's y'all, these stink bugs. It's more that you're representing our community. You're representing African Americans. You're lying. And you're over there making us look bad. And you're selling us a dream so we can send you money. You using us. You're exploiting us. That's what this is really about. That's why people want to know this. And this is what's really sad. It's not that you're putting your life out there. It's that you're telling a lie. You're lying to us. You're selling us a dream, just like Victor Thomas said. And you know you are. And now they're being exposed and they're mad because guess what? When you get exposed, you don't get money. That's going to mess up your money. Just like I told y'all, travel with Tay Tay, Dusty with Tay Tay. She's not going to leave the Gambia. What is she going to leave the Gambia and do, y'all? Come back to America and do what? Teach? Teach? Where is she going to teach with an associate degree? She's not a teacher. Now she's saying she's got a business degree. She ain't even claiming to be a teacher anymore. These people just go and make up lies about who they are and invent themselves. Just invent them a character. And we're supposed to pay for this character life because that's what we've been doing. Because they fill us full of lies. And we just follow along. And I'm saying we because guess what? I was guilty of it too. Like I told y'all, I was ready to use everything I know to help shut KWESI down and get him locked up until I started looking. And then I felt bad. Like, damn, I didn't even look. I didn't even look. I believed this woman without even looking, without even fact checking her. So yeah, we owe this to each other. We owe this to our ancestors, okay? To our ancestors who kept, that's their home. Whether you believe it or not, we all got a grandparent from there. So somewhere in West Africa who loved West Africa. They loved that country. They loved their country. And they never got to see that again. And the only play they see that country is through us. When we go home, they go home. They go home. So you know what? We owe it to our ancestors who came over here on a slave ship. Okay? Because if you are an African descendant of American slaves, I'm not talking about all them other people they include in our group. I'm talking about the Africans who are the descendants of the Africans who were enslaved in America. That's me and most of us on here. Your ancestors came from Africa. Somebody came from the Gambia region. And now we go back over there and we disgrace them. We disgrace them. We act a fool. No, I can't sit back and watch this mockery no more. I can't. I can't because I'm a real person and I have a real life and I'm also a repat. And I don't get on YouTube and beg for money. I don't do that. I've been to the continent 8 times and I have not been on YouTube one time begging for money, asking y'all to pay for me to go to Africa, to pay for me to make this video, to pay for me to have it. No. No. We're supposed to share our experiences, not pay for our experiences. What is that? No, I can't sit back and I can't watch it no more. My ancestors have been disturbing me. And when my grandmother disturbs me, if y'all ever had a grandmother from the South that disturbs you, that means you got to do what they tell you to do. Because all I keep hearing is if you're not using your education to educate your people, then what are you using it for? What are you using all the master's degrees for if you're not helping your people, if you're not educating your people? What are you doing with that? Just collecting it to sit back and say, oh, look at me. I've been to this university. I've been to that university. I've been to Africa 8 times. I've done this. I've won this award. I've won that award. I worked for the government in Africa. Just so I could do that. Just so I could do that. My ancestors won't go for that. No, I got to get up, get down, and get dirty with these people. And that's what I'm doing. We're going to get down and we're going to get dirty. And I'm going to use my education to share with my people everything I know. Everything I find, I'm going to come back and tell y'all. I'm going to come back and tell y'all. I'm not going to gossip and I'm not going to spread rumors, but I will bring y'all back facts because we deserve that. Our ancestors deserve that. Us hoeing around in Africa, it's nothing wrong if you got a younger man. Some people think I'm talking about older women with younger men. How could I possibly be talking about that? When you go to Africa, 9 times out of 10, your husband's going to be younger than you. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about exploiting these young boys. That's what I'm talking about. When you're exploiting somebody, that's different than falling in love with somebody younger than you. That's totally different than exploiting somebody who you know has no money, who you know you can manipulate to do whatever you want because you have money. You over there lying, pretending to be a pious Muslim, telling me, the happy companion, that when a woman flirts with you, that's a sign of respect. So all y'all happy companion followers, flirting with a woman, women flirting with you, that's a sign of respect. For real, that's haram. That's haram. You're not supposed to flirt. But he telling me that's okay. He over there pretending to be a pious Muslim, but he's flirting on YouTube. Mm-hmm. 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 And trying to tell me that's just respect. And I'm supposed to be boo-boo the fool and believe it. Mm-hmm. These are the people representing us. He chasing little young girls too, exploiting them because he got a little bit of chump change from his retirement money from the whatever army, whatever he was in. But he begging too, because that ain't enough money. He begging too. And he representing us. People coming for me talking about he's a good Muslim. If he was a good Muslim, he would know that you're not supposed to flirt with nobody. And you ain't supposed to allow women to flirt with you. And you're not supposed to be in a house with a whole bunch of women. Young girls, these ain't even women, these are young girls. Check out the video. THC and this can and KWESI Boyd passing out the candy. Look at who's in the background. There's a person filming the video. That's a girl, young girl, laughing. I'm not gonna say a girl. Let me get ages right here, y'all. I'm not talking about little kids. I'm talking about, when I say young girls, I'm talking about, I'm not even say the age I think they are, but they're not children. They're not children. Okay. They're young women. They're young. They're very young. Okay. A pious Muslim would never do that. A pious Muslim would never be in a house with women like that. Never. Never. But he's a pious Muslim and he's on YouTube representing us. Please stop with this fakery. Please stop. Please stop. Now I'm going to read these last comments, y'all. We're going to get off of here because this is just too much. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Yeah, the ancestors, I share, yes. Because I would be nothing without them. Nothing. ADOS, yeah. ADOS. They over there making ADOS look bad. And I'm naturally born into ADOS. I don't have a choice. I can't say I'm a member or I'm not a member. I'm birthed into ADOS, okay? I don't have to claim ADOS. ADOS claims me at birth. And you making us look bad. And I'm supposed to sit back and just laugh, ha ha, hee hee about it. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use everything I learned in school to what they taught us. I'm going to use it. And that's what I've been doing, sharpening my skills. I've been sharpening so much now, I'm applying to a doctorate program. Yep, I sure am. So I can do this even more. Get a government audience, an audience full of government officials, and present my research findings to them. Because that's who listens to this type of stuff. Yep, I claim my ancestors too. Hmm. That's who speaks through me. They speak. They speak. I allow them to speak through me. We were taught not to beg as children. I mean, we weren't either. And now you over there begging. I would get a whooping if my grandmother caught me begging for anything. Anything. When we would go to people's house, my grandmother would say, even if you hungry and they ask you, do you want something to eat? You tell them no. You say, no, I'm not hungry. Because we weren't allowed to beg. And now you in Africa begging. Yes, Aries, my repat home journey will be one on my own dime, right? Because yes, and it's supposed to be. And if you want to sell stuff like Miss Harmony from Family Exodus, she makes cakes. I think that's a great thing. She bakes cakes, she sells them in the Gambia, she makes money like that. Okay, she's making money, she's selling you something. But these people selling you a daggone dream. At least you get to eat one of her good cakes and cookies. What these people selling you? A dream. Yeah, he married, honey. He's married. He's married. Mm-hmm. So that's all I have for now, y'all. We've been on here for 2 hours and 40 minutes. So look, next week I'm gonna be cranking out the videos because we need to get past her because we got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. When I look at one person, it leads me to another trail, and I just want to get through as many trails as we can get through so we can keep learning the truth. So that's all I got for y'all tonight. Thank you again for joining me. Thank you for staying here with me for 2 hours and 40 minutes. And again, I'm going to get those videos out next week so we can finish up this series on Saturday. The last of the indentured servant who wanted to be queen, Phoenix Rain. The next weekend after that, we're going to do Shantae, which I like to call her Dusty Travel with Tay Tay. We'll do her next week. Okay. Then the week after that, we'll finish with KWESI and our reputation. And then we'll move into some other things that I discovered while I was researching them. Okay. I found some really interesting stuff that I just want to check out and share it with y'all. See what y'all think. We appreciate your research now. Oh, thank you, Sharon. I appreciate you guys coming out and staying with me. All right, y'all. I will see everybody next week. Thank you so much for coming out, and I'll talk to you later.